Hello, everybody. I am live tonight for just a late night chat. I'm going to start with my little countdown and we'll be right back. Oh, yeah, I was texting. Let me finish that up. Hello. So I do this every once in a while where I do like a late night chat. I don't have the puppy dog tonight. I don't have any early obligations tomorrow morning. And I was just in the chat room with the Flippin' and Sippin' gals and from Fatbird Finds. And they mentioned at the very end of their thing, like, oh, is anybody going to be doing a late night chat? And I don't know why, but I didn't put anything in the chat like, yeah, I'm going to do it, because I hadn't really set it up, but I decided to set it up anyways and go live and just chat, and we'll see who shows up, if anybody, and if not, I'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll say goodnight. So I brought a little glass of wine. I also got some water to drink. Don't you just love this mug? This is like all science things. It has physics and MC squared and all that on there. It's got all this like geometry and all kinds of things. This is one of my favorite coffee mugs. I love this. My daughter found this, I believe, at the bins. She showed me a picture of it, or maybe just thrifting. She might have been just out thrifting. But she's like, what do you think about this? Oh, hi, Tommy. How you doing? Anyways, she was like, oh, should I get it for reselling? I'm like, no, buy it for me. I want that. What are you drinking? I can't type and do this at the same time. So Tommy, as you know, I don't have any chat. You're the good one with all the interviews, and you have a co-host. Water at the moment. Yeah, I got that too. So the last time I did a late chat, I have the lighting real dark behind me, but I had the lighting really bad on myself because I didn't want people to really see anything. And then I was coughing. My sound got tinny, like it was echoing and tinny and stuff like that. So I'm just hoping none of that happens. So let me know any of that. So are you up late every night, Tommy? I know you're in Delaware. We're both on the East Coast time. I'm in Michigan, but like it's late. Are you up every night? Okay, what are we doing? Oh, Tracy, now you're on here too. What are we doing tonight? I have no idea. You guys are the ones that host the best shows. Although, a couple videos ago, I had my friend from Pennsylvania come, Sherry, and we did a lot of thrifting, and we did some really long videos. She is not used to being on YouTube at all. She was not even sure about even me videotaping her, and I'm trying to get her to do like what you guys do. Would interview her, or just not interview, but have her as like a co-host for a live chat, because she's a reseller too, and she's been doing it for such a long time, a lot longer than I have. Oh, Tommy's a vampire. Well, and Tracy, you're in Texas, so you're only like an hour or so behind us, right? Yeah, so it's kind of late. So I have no wrap. If you guys have any topics. I was looking at around, like, what do I have like to talk about? She'll get used to it. It's nerve-wracking at first. When I first brought it up to her, she was not into it at all. And she's going to hate me that I'm talking about it on this live chat because I'm going to send this to her. But I'm trying to get people to put into the comments of those videos that they want to see her more or something, and get her to do like just at the minimum a live chat. I was teasing her that she should uh, oh, hey, Green Bee, I see you're in there now. I was trying to get Sherry to start her own YouTube channel, which she is not going to do. She is so busy. She doesn't have time for doing that. She just stays with going to yard sales and thrift stores, buying her stuff, listing it, selling it, shipping it. And she works full time, and she doesn't have any interest in doing any social media around her reselling activity. So it'll be like I'll really be twisting her arm to do it. Oh yeah, Austin, that's right. That is on my list of cities to go to. I cannot wait. Now that we can, well, I've been traveling through the pandemic here. And I can't wait to do some more. I am already going to need some water. How do you guys do your show for so long and not drink? That is, I tell you what, I started on TikTok now too. I'm TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Then I got my 3 platforms that I sell on. And it's a lot. It's a lot to do. Sometimes, like in the morning, I'm like trying to drink coffee and I'm like on my phone, and my husband's like, "You're on your phone already?" I'm like, "No, I'm working." I consider it working, my social media working. He just thinks I don't know what he thinks I'm on my phone doing, but he's like, "You're already on your phone. Like you can't even just drink coffee." You should just take off till people stop living on the streets. Hey, I, I, I was in and around I was near Philadelphia, and I worked in Philadelphia. I know all about the homeless people, and I'm in Dearborn, Michigan now, and there's homeless people. There's just homeless people everywhere, and they actually come out from the city. We're about 10 miles out from Detroit, and people will take buses to come out here just to hang out in this area to be outside the city. So we have homeless people that travel the bus. Yeah. Oh, do you? I guess I don't notice that you guys are drinking while you're doing your shows. Yeah. So other than that, I have no topics. I don't know why I went live and have nothing to talk about. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. eBay. All of a sudden, on my eBay, it says I have 53 items that have required information that I need to update. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot. I've never seen that high of a number. Like every once in a while, yeah, you miss something on there and you got to put in some sort, or it's going to be required soon. Well, the first one I went into, it said it was shoes, and it said the US size is not in there. I'm like, that's the first thing I put in is the US size. And I go in and it's in there, but it's saying that it's required. And I'm like, is it glitching? Have you guys noticed anything on eBay so I looked down through this list of 53, and it's like shoes, and then it's some other stuff where you have to put the type of item. So if in your description you put like it's a planter, like I have like vintage planter, it wants you to put the type of item, and you have to fill in type. It's a required soon type of item. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so many to fill in now. All the shoes have been messed up. Yeah, so it's requiring, and so I was going through, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just fake it out I didn't change anything. I just went through and said I updated it, and I checked back a minute later and it disappeared. So yeah, I don't know. 76 pairs that you had, that they're telling you that, yeah. I'm like, of course I always put in the US size on every single pair of shoes. I mean, unless I really goofed up that day. But this was, and then I try to put in the other sizes. If I know if they're on the label, I put them in. Yeah, just reuse and save. Yeah, so I guess I have to sit there and go through 53 items, and that's not the other, and then there's the other list down below that it says, they want you to put as much detail in as possible. I mean, eBay wants you to put like 30 data points in now to make a listing now. I'm like, what's with that? I go into like you go into Poshmark, you can list the same item and you list like 6 data points and it's listed and it's up there. Like I don't know. And I don't do Macari, so I don't know, like, is Macari easier? Like, is eBay trying to drive people to other platforms for things? Yeah. You can bulk edit in here, I'll put this up here. Yeah. You can bulk edit in the active listings if the size is in there. Okay. Yeah. I was just doing it on my phone. That's on the laptop, right? The bulk editing. Yeah. But I just noticed that like a few minutes ago as I was just watching Fatbird Finds in their flipping and sipping. I was in that live chat just a minute ago. Oh, sorry. I've been missing a lot of live chats. Your live chat, I've been missing that one a lot. And there's other ones that I like to do. I like to do Kat's, the nurse flipper. I like to go in her live chat. And I've been doing all kinds of other things. You get busy. You get busy. One thing I'm not doing enough of is listing, though. I need to get listing. I've been working on my flower beds and my gardens, and my husband and I are redoing our master bath. It's really small, but you still need to redo, buy all the different components because my husband and his friend are going to redo it themselves. And so we weren't sure how backlogged like Home Depot and Lowe's was for buying like a tub, a vanity, all the components of that. So we've been running around doing that. We're doing it online. Then we got to run around. We picked up the tub. We had what was it? The medicine cabinet got shipped to us today. He had to go pick up tile. We picked up the floor tile today, the tiles that are going around the shower the other day. So I feel like sometimes I get distracted doing all that. And of course I'm a part-time seller. So I don't, as long as it say it's coming, it's fine. Until it turns out to be required, then it's bad. Yeah. Yeah. I would just be afraid that I'm not paying attention, Tommy. And then all of a sudden I have like 50 or 60 items. I mean, I have 230 some items listed. And so if like all of a sudden like 50 of them, that would be a huge number for me to have to edit, and I'm probably thinking, why isn't this selling? Why isn't it selling? Well, maybe it's not selling because eBay refuses to let people see it or something. I have all these like, eBay doesn't want me to sell this because it's missing, some detail in their data warehouse that they want to track. I used to work at a finance company, equipment leasing company, and we tracked every minutia of everything. We had the amount of data points we tracked, and then we would number crunch in every department you can possibly think of in every which way. And we had a huge, huge data warehouse to store all the data, pull reports from, then make reports from reports. It was a crazy thing. So when I see eBay having all of that list of, where you have to just type in all kinds of things, and now there's more and more things being added there, I'm like, some bean counter got a hold of that. Because anybody else would be like, that's not how you run a business. Like we spent more time. They probably could have cut our staff in half if we didn't track that much data. Some of it we had to track because we were a finance company owned by a bank and we were audited by the federal government and all that. And so the audits and things, you had to track certain data. But I mean, eBay, what's going on here? Like, I'm like, Poshmark is just so much easier. I'm like, I'm half tempted to like not post stuff on eBay, but you can't do that because I sell just as many shoes on eBay as I do on Posh. So it doesn't really matter as long as they sell. But I'm like, oh, what about my car? Should I go on a fourth thing? Tommy, how many platforms do you sell on? Do you sell on like I probably should know this. I always feel like it's bad to ask a question from somebody. That's true. Oh, you're funny. That is so true. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, that's another thing. Oh, with live, I guess there's a way to. That's the other thing is I'm not as good as like. How do I pause it? Oh, I can mute it if I sneeze. I see. If I get a tissue back here, I can always mute my side of it. Oh, okay. So you sell on all these things. Just gotta keep putting them up here. Oh, you're my only person in here. Oh, there's 3 people watching. I don't know if I count as one. I wasn't expecting anybody to jump in. I was too chicken. This is a weird thing too. I'm in that other chat. They're asking, is anybody going to have a live chat? And I'm thinking, oh well, I might. I'm just not. I didn't set up for it yet, but I need about 15 minutes and I can do it. And I was too chicken to put into the chat that I was going to go live. You're watching. Thank you, Greenbee. Thank you. Oh, I can't even get it up there. Oops. I'm going to put that back on there. Thank you, Greenbee. And would you, so every auction or offer that isn't paid, eBay still reports to the GMV, to the shareholders. Oh, yeah. I kind of forget about them being, publicly traded. I remember back in the day, I was like half tempted to buy, their stock. And then, it just, it just wasn't exciting as other stocks to me at the time. And I never bought into their shares. I think back in the beginning, there was like a lot of profit to be made, but then it kind of leveled out after that. And it's kind of, I don't know. I haven't looked at it in so long. I don't even know what it trades at. Yeah, yeah. And so the only thing I did was like I did a quick Instagram post in the 15 minutes that I had. I did a quick, Instagram post, and I'm thinking, well, everyone on the East Coast isn't going to see this. And I did a quick thing on my Facebook page. My Facebook page doesn't have a lot of followers, and they're mostly East Coast people too. But yeah, I was just chicken about it. Isn't that weird? Like, I always am like timid because I don't do it. Like you guys do it every week and you're so good at it and stuff. Oh, Tracy, I got to tell you, I did that buy me a coffee thing to put on my page because you kept mentioning it. So I did that. I was like, that is such a good idea. I'm such a small channel. I'm so tiny that, I'm not monetized or anything like that. But I'm like, oh, people can buy me a coffee. I love coffee. So I did that. And that was because of you. So I want to thank you for helping me out with that. That was a good suggestion. I also added affiliate links, because there were so many things. I'm like, why am I waiting to do all this stuff? I think I saw somebody in one of those Facebook groups that are YouTube Facebook groups. Oh, you can't do anything until you have this many followers, or don't do this or that without all these followers. And I'm like, then I realized later, it's just their opinion. It wasn't a real thing. So then I'm like, why am I holding off like doing like affiliate links and things like that? So I added all that too. So I did all that. You forgot to put it in the description. Oh, the description here. Oh yeah. I don't have any, I got to put that in the description here. I'll have to add it after we're done here because I don't know how to do it now that we're live. There's so much I don't know how to do. You can pin your buy me a coffee to at the top of the chat. Oh, yeah. I doubt I could do this on the fly. I can possibly try it, but let's see here. Yeah. Um, all right, so I'm gonna try to do something here. Let's see if I can. Oh, darn it! Nope. I'm not gonna. You know what? I flip back and forth between my two laptops. My one laptop, I think I'm signed in. I'm not signed in here, and I don't know my password off the top of my head. I could try one for the buy me a coffee. What is that? Do you buy me a coffee only works for live chats or just add to descriptions? Oh, so I have the buy me a coffee link in every one of my videos now. Like when after I signed up for it, I started putting it in the links to all of my YouTube videos. But yeah, you can put it anywhere. I haven't really I didn't put it out on my Facebook page yet. Um, and it does work for anything. Like you can say, buy me a pizza or, whatever, it doesn't have to be a coffee. Yeah. Yeah, put the link in the open chat. Oh, wait a sec. Yep. Put the link in the chat, then open YouTube, mute it, click the pin and clean the Oh, okay. I just don't let me see. I'm gonna hit mute here. You guys chat. Gonna unmute myself. I think I found it. Let's see if this works. And okay. Well, I put it in the chat there. I don't know how to pin it to the chat. There. Okay. Oh, I'm learning new tricks. Oh, awesome. Oops, wrong keyboard. Oops. Did I do something wrong? Oh, no, you did. Oh, I see. I see, Tracy. I see what's going on there. So I was also been thinking about, because a lot of people talk about being on Facebook, like putting their listings on Facebook. And then I guess you have to sign up or get approved for the shipping side of it. I was thinking about doing that because it sounds like from all the other resellers, that I watch and things, that they sell quite a bit on there. And I definitely, I used to always sell on those Facebook yard sale sites before Facebook Marketplace existed. There was all those yard sale sites. I used to sell stuff all the time on there. It was just so easy. And when I had to like pack up everything and move, and it took me a while to get back into the flow of things. In Michigan, there wasn't that many of these groups here, and they're terrible. I was used to the ones in my area back in Westchester, Pennsylvania, where they would have 10,000, 30,000 people in the groups. They were huge. And here I would get here and they'd have like 400 people. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. So I want to get listing on Facebook Marketplace before I even try to go into, like, Mercari would be another place to go, just because some of my inventory it seems to be getting stale. It's just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to change the prices, free shipping, no free shipping. Like I just switch it around. I do all kinds of different things. I send offers. I participate, I do all the Poshmark things, share my items, do the parties, do all that kind of stuff. And yet, so then I'm like, well, maybe it's just a bad item. I don't know. But it's funny. Then every once in a while, I'll sell something that I've had in my inventory for like 2 years. It's like just sitting there. I can't believe I even moved. I moved more inventory than you would think with me, and I probably shouldn't have done that. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, did somebody buy me a coffee? I think maybe somebody did. Let's see here. What is that notification? I can't. Oh, now I can't find it. Oh, I'm such a doofus. Um, no, no, no. Let me go over here. Maybe it's in this thing. Oh, you guys are so nice. Tracy and Tommy both bought me coffees. Yeah, buying inventory shelving. I've actually found shelving twice now that people threw out in the trash that were, I was just taking walks around, up and down the blocks here, and I have found shelving. But yeah, I'm going to need probably a little more shelving to get more organized because I'm still kind of disorganized. But yeah, I like to, I, I was looking at it in Home Depot and it just costs too much to buy it that way. And yeah, I know you can, expense it at some point. Yeah, drink up. Thank you. My pretend coffee. um, the Home Depot prices for the shelving, I know, well, now that we're all going to be having to pay taxes, you guys probably pay taxes because your sales are probably up there more than mine. But I don't sell that much, Um, 3 years and still unorganized. But now that they've changed the tax laws where, you're going to have to file quarterly regardless, because you can only, once you sell just a little bit, you're going to have to, start filing. And so I'm like, okay, I know I can expense some of this stuff, but I'm so cheap, especially when you find it free. Yeah. It's, I had everything in 2 rooms and I condensed it back to 1 room. Then I had so much stuff, I put it back in the second room. I'm trying to keep it all up here in my emporium. Yeah, it tell you what, it does. When you organize it and and you can be like, I can go right to that box. Every once in a while though, I have found myself like, where did I put that? Because you know what I don't do? I don't put any SKU numbers in. I don't say, and I could easily, there's only like 2 closets. I could just say, oh, day bed. I could just say that for a SKU, and then I would know where to look for the item. But there's been a few times where I'm like, I have no idea where that item is. I actually had my daughter come over and find something for me, and I kept looking in the same like stack of plates and stuff, and um, and I could not find it. And then as she came over, and she's looking in. I was like, well, here's plates, here's plates, here's plates. I said, well, it's kind of small. It'd be about this size. She goes, you mean this one right here? And she pulls it out of the same stack of plates that I had looked at. So I'm like, you get like blind when you can't find something, and you just feel that urgent need to, like, I got to ship it out today, and I'm like, or tomorrow at the latest or something. And then all of a sudden you can't see anything. You're like blind, like you can't find anything. It's like when you need your keys, when you're trying to go to work and you can't find your keys, you just can't see them, and they could be like sitting right there in front of you. I actually did a 5-part series of me revamping my emporium up here. And although it gave me a lot of more room in the middle, I keep finding that I have to keep rearranging. I'm like, oh, if I'm going to do a YouTube, I got to pull this little table out to do it this way. Oh, I got to push it back to do it that way. And I'm like, I'm thinking about changing it back, part of it back again, because I have this big giant desk table that right now that my laptop's sitting on, and it made it better for I could set things around. And then when I did my haul video, I'd be like, oh, and I got this little tchotchke, and then like, oh, and I got this little tchotchke, and kind of do it that way. Well, the good news about these lives is people do watch the replay. And I know, it's funny. I hear your voices in my head saying, you got to let people know 2 days ahead of time, or at least let people know so that they can come to it. And I don't do these on any type of schedule, as you know. I just do them randomly. I never know when I'm going to have the time to do it. And then there's times where I want to do it, but I'm like, oh, I want to do a late night one, but I'm too tired to do it. So then it doesn't work out. But I like chatting about the reseller stuff. I do listen. It's funny. I'm not as active in the chat. Sometimes when I'm watching your show, I'm not super active. One, you have so many people in your chats. But I will listen. Because I will sit there in the living room with my earbuds, with my laptop, and my husband might be watching a show or a movie or something like that. So we're spending time together, but I'm listening to you guys. And I'm probably also listening to whatever's on the TV, You haven't seen, yeah. You know what? And I know I've been off my regular schedule. I used to watch so many more of the YouTubes and all the live chats and things like that. And then I kind of got tripped up a little bit, and I keep saying I got to get back into the rhythm of it. But there was a couple of times where oh, I'm going to go watch your show. And then I realized it was the wrong day, Same with, watching other people. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to catch this live chat. And then I'm like, what day is it? I realized that I'm not keeping a real good schedule. You're actually listing right now. Oh, I tried watching, I can't think of their names right now. Is it Joey Bada Bing or something like that? And somebody else, where they do the live listing. I jumped in on one of theirs. And I was like, oh my gosh, how can they do that? How can they be live and be listing? I can barely do it, just concentrating on it. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed with all that. Although the last live chat that I was just in earlier tonight, I was editing a video. I was watching them on my phone, and then I was editing my next video, and I'm like, well, there, I was doing something. Oh, Joey doesn't actually listen. I had a feeling I was like, how can you be in the chat, talking with everybody in the chat and listing? Although his co-host, I think he was trying to list a little bit. I'm gonna have another. This is my Friday night. I'm gonna enjoy it. I know my daughter, Green Bee Explorer, the other person that was in here, it looks like she went to bed. It's late for her. Drew listened his sleep. She wants to do a live chat together, because we have fun doing those. And she's been tossing around all kinds of chat ideas and things like that. So if we do that, we'll definitely post it up on Instagram and let people know and all that. I just can't wait to get to 1,000 subscribers. I am on the slow road to getting to 1,000 subscribers, because that community tab, you really need that community tab to let people know what you're doing. I'm going to do some collabs, because I don't just do the reselling on my channel. I also do the collabs with the other YouTubers that they are thrifters, and they do reselling, but they also do the decor side, where all their thrifted items, they do all these DIY projects, or they do decor. So they have all these collabs, and I like doing that too. And every time I have done these collabs, I get subscribers from that. I'm not sure what that's saying. You know, I do get occasional, people subscribing to my channel for my content, but I get a lot from the collabs, which is, interesting. Oh, and, oh, TikTok. Oh, loving TikTok at the moment. I, um, I started posting it, I think it's like 2 months now, maybe 2 months ago, and I got, like, over 400, subscribers on there. I got a ton of subscribers on that, which and I get a lot of interaction. Of course, it's a completely different platform over there, and I got videos with like thousands of views on them. Like my first two videos had 2,300 views on them, and I have one over there that's like 10,000 views. I'm getting all these views over on TikTok, and I'm like, wow, it's virtually the same content, it's just really short, so I just keep posting those to my YouTube channel because 'cause I'm like, "Well, I've just put them on my little short shelf now," you know, and it's funny because the exact same content on YouTube, no views, like hardly any views. I know, it's yep. Yeah, I know, it's a band it's one of these things where I know what people like to watch. They like to watch the thrift with me videos. They like to see you going out and getting the items. And you haven't opened the TikTok in 2 months and you're happy. Yeah, I tell you what, it's a rabbit hole going down TikTok. Um, I do like it, and there's certain resellers over there that I like their content, and I like the short format and all that, and I'm like, "Well, YouTube's trying to do that too. We'll see what happens." 120,000, holy moly. And here I thought I was doing good on TikTok. That's a lot. Dang it. Here, I'll put yours up too. I know it's definitely, well, yeah, you can never it's like money, like, no matter how much money you have, there's always someone who has less money than you and more money than you. Like, you can never say, "Oh, I have this much of whatever." There's always someone that's got less and someone who's got more, you know? And, when it comes to, like, channel content, I, um I have seen content I've gone to channels where they don't do any thumbnails, they don't do any editing, like, the editing is, like, their videos, their topics are all over the place, and they have twice as many like, subs as me. I'm like, they have and I'm like, "How is that possible?" Like, because everyone's like, "Oh, thumbnails are important and your content, and make sure you post consistently." This person's channel, they posted willy-nilly whenever, and, I'm like, "Oh, how is that possible?" And it's just kind of funny. I can't tell you how many people's channels I've seen like that, where they either know like thousands of people and like hundreds of them like subscribed or something. I don't know. Everybody knows them. Oh, it's bogus. Oh, TikTok's bogus. Yeah, maybe. um, I'm definitely not trying to push people to it so much as I was just surprised at how much I like it. I also like the couponers, like extreme couponing is something I used to do back in the day, and I actually stopped because I knew I was moving, so I didn't want to bring all my stockpiles with me. So I was whittling my stockpiles down, so I had very little that I moved with me. And so I just got back into extreme couponing, and I was just like, oh, I should do it. I should do it. Then I was on TikTok, started watching all these couponers on TikTok, and I'm like, and so much had changed since when I did it till now. And I learned so much from those short videos that I started like following them. And I went out and started doing my couponing deal. So I'm all happy about that. So, because I always think, you can make money by, earning the money or flipping like we do, but saving money is the other way of of increasing your buying power. If you're buying like your shampoos, toilet paper, paper towels, toothpaste, and all that stuff for super cheap. Like I'm planning to do it tomorrow. I have a deal all set up. It's all digital. You just download the app, you download all the coupons, you have your little shopping list, you go and get those items. And like, I know I'm going to get this item for pennies and this item for super cheap or whatever. I just like doing that because if you're saving money, it's all the less money. Not that all the less money you have to earn, but all the less money you're spending. So the money you do have in your account, you can buy stock with it. You can make money that way. Because I'm all about that kind of stuff too. I figure buy stock, make money, buy all my tchotchkes and resell it online. Then I do my couponing and I save money. And it really increases your buying power. You can buy so much for so little, and then you stockpile it, and then you're done buying that for like a year or so. And then you just make your little stockpiles and off you go. So initially I thought that too. When I first started, but believe it or not, there's almost a coupon for every brand. They are out there. And now it's all digital stuff. It's all digital. Like before you'd have to get the newspapers, and you can still do it this way, but now it's like you download apps to the stores and then it's all digital coupons. And then there's also where they throw in like, and then you have the Ibotta thing where you get money back, on the items you buy. And it gets into it is a whole can of worms. Like I have relatives that literally get hundreds of dollars. Now they have big families. They have 3 kids. It's like a family of 5 or 6 and things like that. And they get back hundreds of dollars just on Ibotta, just on the things that they buy. But if you do the couponing, and then there's shop kicks too, where you can get the kicks and earn gift cards. It gets into a whole thing. I mean, I know people that just do that. They won't do the couponing, but they do just shop kicks. And that's another app thing. And some of you can just sit there at home and like watch videos and get kicks. Other times you have to be, when you're out and about, you have to scan things, or if you scan it and buy it, you get even more kicks. It's a whole thing. You can definitely, it's a lot. It's very time consuming doing some of this, but my one friend who does it and her twin sister does the shop kicks, and they literally have they had somewhere in the range of I don't know, almost 70,000 kicks or something like this. And they were able to start paying for trips to Disney. Anytime they had to shop for Christmas, they could just buy gift cards, and they would buy all of their Christmas gifts with the gift cards from the kicks points that they were getting. So they weren't spending money on Christmas or vacations, and it just started to get it they have that much going on. And I tell you what, she's like, oh, if I have to buy a $25 gift for a birthday party, I just download a gift card for the store I'm going to go to, and then I buy a $25 thing for a party. So she's not paying anything. It's all free. It's amazing what you can do with that. I have enough to get a Starbucks gift card at the moment. I think I have 7,000, 8,000 kicks, but I have actually been saving them up for many, many years. Yes, that's true. You know what? That's exactly where I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to Dollar General. I had never even shopped at one. Till moving out here to Michigan. There just wasn't any near me in my area. I mean, I'd have to go pretty far away to get to one. And I didn't, this is when I did the couponing, it was paper coupons. They had just started doing all that digital stuff. And so I get out here and I'm like, oh, you can do digital coupons? Like, you download the app, digital coupons. They will actually do the shop for you too, where they shop, they pick it all up, and then you just pick it up. You just come and get it. Like, you pay for it on the app. But I like actually shopping around in the store, because if they're out of an item and you're trying to do curbside pickup, they don't like, it's like it ruins the whole deal that you're trying to do. So I'm like, I'll do my own shopping, so I just run in and do it that way. Yeah, so yeah, and yeah, you put your phone number in and it just takes off. The last time I did it, and I actually even, like, I had messed it up a little bit, like what I was doing, because I wasn't paying attention. And the guy at the register was like, wow, you got a lot of stuff for the little bit that I was paying or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's so much fun. So I always say, like, if you're like new to reselling, or if you're just trying to make a little bit of extra money, this is what I tell everybody I talk to. Like, people, when they find out I do this, I'm like, hey, if your boss told you that he was going to give you an extra $2,000, salary toward your salary, you'd be happy about that. I said, but what if you were earning it like on the side, but you could earn a lot more than that? you know. But you just have to do a little bit of extra work here and there, and you have to pick up, your tchotchkes. Like, oh, you have to buy, you pick this up, you got this at the bins. Actually, my daughter got it at the bins. So it's by weight. So maybe I paid like maybe $2 for this. This is like crystal. Well, I think it is. Maybe not. I don't know. But it's cut glass, but it's a really nice vase or whatever. And then you sell it for like $20. And then you take that money. So you multiplied your money. And then you take that and you do the coupon deals. And, as you can actually like follow the trail. Like, if you take something, flip it, take that money, and then use it with the couponing, which is increasing your buying power, your $2 turned to, like, say $20, and then it turned into, like, I don't know, $50 or something. I'm always thinking about that timeline. And you could even split it into, well, I'm taking some of the profits and I'm going to save it up for a bit, and then I'm going to buy some shares in something that pays me a dividend, and then I'm going to do the couponing too. So I'm just one of those like really nerdy financial people, and that's what I think about all the time. And this is going to be a really weird live chat. I don't know if I'm going to leave it up on YouTube or not. This is really weird. You know what? It's 1:00. And I think I'm going to end it because I am just rambling at this point. You guys are way too nice, Tommy, Tracy. I know Greenbee went to bed, but and anybody else who watches this, I hope you guys enjoy the whole chat. I guess I'll leave it up. And please subscribe to my channel. Am I supposed to say that? I heard I'm not supposed to say that anymore. But when you're really little, you need the subs. Please sub. Yeah, have a good night. Good night, everybody. I'm going to keep chatting for just a second just to close this out. So put any comments down below. You guys are obviously going to be watching this on the replay, and give me that thumbs up, and I'm going to catch you guys next time. Bye.